Munro Partners are launching a climate fund. Can you tell us the case for climate?
If you think about the climate change argument that is clearly raging around the world today and has been for a very long period of time, we've reached this point where now it's simply a cost-benefit analysis. What we're showing you on this slide is the current trajectory of global temperatures that are being forecast at the moment. And while the heating of the planet will slow over time, it's clearly not on the trajectory that we need it to be. And so what people have to decide, and what governments around the world are deciding, do they want to deal with the extra cost of not doing this, which is ultimately into the trillions of dollars, as we're seeing already, of natural disasters and floods and fires around the world, or do they want to spend the money to reduce the temperature on the planet by 1.5 degrees and put simply try and get to net zero carbon by 2050? That is the argument that is being held around the world today in terms of the cost-benefit analysis of doing that. The second thing that's going on is that we are seeing these other three big tailwinds converging. And these tailwinds are large. The first is that investors clearly are now looking at what companies are doing in terms of corporate governance and social governance, and also their environmental footprint, and otherwise known as ESG. ESG is incredibly important to investors now. There are a number of rating agencies around the world that are tracking this within the companies. In response to this, the companies are themselves, in response to pressure from investors, committing to their own zero carbon targets over a 30-year time horizon or a 20-year time horizon. And many companies today have announced effectively net carbon neutral by 2050. And then the last thing that's happening is clearly governments are under pressure from their constituents to also commit to net zero carbon by 2050. And so from our point of view, these three tailwinds have converged to basically mean we are now, it becomes inevitable that we are going to attempt to decarbonise the planet. And so the fund we've put together here is really just a range of investment ideas, or a collection of ideas that we think will help enable the decarbonisation of the planet. If we do attempt to decarbonise the planet, it's going to cost a lot of money. That money is going to have to go to these enablers, and these enablers actually end up becoming wonderful investment opportunities. So it's not an ESG fund per se, it is a climate fund. It is a fund that will enable the decarbonisation of the planet and hence profit from that. And we split that into these 4 different sub-trends as we're showing you on this map. The 4 sub-trends we like to talk about are clean energy, energy efficiency, clean transport, and the circular economy or recycling, etc. If we can solve these 4 things, these are the 4 big areas where we think the money's going to go, and they're the 4 big opportunities that this fund's trying to benefit from. And so from our point of view, if you're investing in the climate fund, you are investing in companies that will help this process happen over time and obviously benefit from this opportunity as we attempt to decarbonise the world.